Hey, good morning, everybody, and this is Coffee with Great Wealth Strategies. Eric Henyon coming at you, also known as Regular Joe, trying to fill up your cup and share information that you typically don't find out there in the lamestream media. Now, unintended consequences. We're going to talk about a couple things here, specifically what's going to happen to Walmart here, the mega company Walmart, based on what the administration is doing. Now, honestly, to take a look at this before I jump into the article, I've talked to a couple of folks, and this is in relation to the State of the Union address the other day. I've talked to a couple of folks here in my town, specifically my coffee provider and some veterinary clinic and a couple restaurants, about the $9 minimum wage. These unintended consequences, I know for a fact that the place where I get my coffee in the morning, that person will be closing down any and all of their satellite operations if the minimum wage goes to $9. The margins on the coffee just don't, it doesn't work. You can't buy the product and be able to sell it without really almost doubling the price because the wages go up so much. Another consequence, which we're going to get into here, that we talked about actually yesterday, day before, was the Obamacare and how that's affecting things. For instance, the governor of Virginia, Paul McDonald, who is raising, is going to be cutting all the hours for everybody down in the state of Virginia to under 30 hours. And that was done by executive order last Friday. So what we're going to talk about here is an email that leaked out of Walmart. And everybody knows who Walmart is. And Bloomberg News just reported this. So it was nice to see that Bloomberg put it out. But here we go, and let's get into it. Last week, Bloomberg News acquired a set of emails that were exchanged between top level, and this is very top level, Walmart executive, that revealed a sobering reality about the megastore's future business prospects. According to the communication, sales figures are falling significantly in many retail outlets around the country, suggesting that the American consumer's appetite for even low-cost goods is beginning to fail. And we're going to find out why this is happening. It has to do with what the administration is doing. In case you haven't seen a sales report these days, February month-to-month date sales are total disaster. This is a quote. This is what the email said, and this was from Jerry Murray, who is Walmart's Vice President of Finance and Logistics. And so somehow Bloomberg got a copy of his email, and it says, in case you haven't seen a sales report these days, February month-to-month date sales are total disaster. The worst start to a month I've seen in my 7 years with the company. Quote, officials from the company went on to criticize the federal payroll tax holiday, which expired on January 1st. This goes back to the fiscal cliff. I told you there was going to be issues with this, and here we go. One of the largest employer in the United States. Which they argue hit the brakes on a modest boost thanks to the 2% jump. So, however, some of the emails suggest that few members of the Walmart leadership see February sales tumble as the beginning of a longer trend. Have you ever had one of those weeks where your best prepared plans weren't good enough to this is another quote, sorry. Have you ever had one of those weeks where your best prepared plans weren't good enough to accomplish everything you set out to do? Cameron Geiger, a Walmart senior vice president, asked in an email dated February 1st. Well, quote, we just had one of those weeks here at Walmart USA where all of the customers, and where are all of the customers, and where's their money? People aren't showing up. They're not buying. Why? Because of that 2% jump in their payroll. Their paychecks went down. Everybody's paychecks went down January 1st. And that little bit is affecting spending, and it's affecting spending at the level of folks that want to buy inexpensive things. So now that we've got our tax season is fully underway, and trust me, I've been buried in that personally myself, it's tough to predict how consumer behavior will play out over the next few months. I can probably put a pretty strong guess on a lot of, if people get any tax returns, they're not going to be spending that money like they did in years past. But investors may want to keep an eye on their exposure to product-driven stocks and assets that may be affected by a big company like Walmart. It might also be smart to consider alternative forms of income and wealth preservation like cash flow real estate, looking at robotic trading of the market, and a variety of other things. So I would suggest taking a look at greatwealthstrategies.com, my website, and look at ways that you can not only preserve your assets and grow your financial future, but look at also some opportunities. There's some great direct marketing opportunities that are on making money side of the Great Wealth Strategies website. So check those out and see if any of those you might be able to make a little bit of extra money here on the side. So check that out. I'm hopeful to talk about gold and silver here real soon, as gold just had its biggest drop yesterday, and the last 7 months it's down at the floor right now, where the support is currently right now at 1550. It's gone from 1800 down to 1550. And there's some reasons why this is happening, and we'll discuss that here coming up pretty soon. But thanks a lot, and this was Coffee with Great Wealth Strategies. Please go fill up somebody else's cup. Fill it up. Fill it all the way up. Spill it over. Pass this on. Everybody knows somebody who works at Walmart or is in there. So I think this is an article that can be very much so shared. And please visit us on our Facebook page, where you can get all this information constantly. Like the Facebook page, and that's where you can get all of this without hunting for it. Thanks a lot, and peace out. Take care. Bye-bye.